Oh, we're going to jump into the game straight away, it looks like.
House.
So I think Frontier was picked by Firebot from what I understood. Sorry, I was just consulting with Vu a little bit. I think Vu is going to be doing Buxter versus Sparty on his stream. So you should definitely check that out if you want to see Sparty and Buxter. We'll probably be doing some casting together after that. But yeah, guys, let's get into the game. We've got k1llsen versus Firebot, winner bracket semi-finals here in the Juked.gg Diabotical Open Cup number 2. And Firebot just absolutely tore k1llsen apart at the beginning. Ready. Wrecked. Now I really want cereal. Yeah, Fixed House is named after a Kickstarter backer, which apparently was a £750 contribution. I think someone mentioned it earlier in the stream. But yeah, anyway, if you don't know much about Firebot, he's a Lithuanian player. He lives in Liverpool, I think, in the UK. He's been around for a long time. He's in Quake Live 10 years ago. I knew him as the second best Lithuanian player after Guard. But having not seen Guard for a long time, he's definitely the best Lithuanian player for the moment. And he's looking very, very good. I know that he's been nerding a lot of Diabotical in closed beta versions, or alpha versions, should I say. He's currently on 3 frags. I mean, force to be reckoned with. Oh, a little midi. Why not? It's going to have Mega in a second. And he might try and chase up for a kill soon. I'm surprised he wasn't more aggressive there. I thought that was a very good moment to assert yourself on the map. Rocket jump next would also be a big move, but he's being incredibly tame. Is there a yellow that he can take? Looks like it was up, but he couldn't pick it up for some reason. I think, is there that yellow bug still? Oh, the 80 rails. Down, has the rocket. Mega's up right in time. Great little rotation that Firebot's got. Now he can pick up the yellow. Oh, the yellow can't actually get picked up. I thought you could deny it anyway, but you can't pick it up at all as it turns out. 150, 150. I still thought you could pick it up and you just wouldn't get anything from it. Rockets haven't been too bad. Red's up, but k1llsen gets killed just before he gets there. Mega has spawned. So k1llsen once again has stack to work with, but he's 5 frags behind. Or a little vertical rail. Doesn't even need the red. Just denying stuff at the moment. He's run out of shaft. Oh, that rail was off. Oh, Jesus. k1llsen trying to hunt him down, but Firebot just too familiar with what's going on. Firebot, maybe a threat that we weren't expecting so much at this stage of the tournament. I'm sad that I haven't seen more of him before now. Didn't really need the rail, but all good. Finds him just trapped in that little gap. I got... Is the Mega up? I thought it was going to spawn. So much damage. k1llsen seems to be having a really hard time. Because he just stopped moving. He just kind of gave up in that fight. He's going to make that leap across, but k1llsen hits enough this time. Gets himself on the board. Is going to be able to get himself an item. Does need weapons still. There's the rail. Still needs rockets. He's just looking for any kind of armor. See that there's blues there, so plus 50, no problem. Work to be done now. Actually, I got another comment about the time limit. Sorry, how Golden Frag works. Oh, okay. Some rails that we needed before. Rockets good. Lovely job. So one thing about Golden Frag is because once you get in control and you're behind on the score, you don't have that same level of urgency that you need to have in order to make comebacks. Because as long as you stay in control, you know, you're fine. Something that maybe at some point we'll feel. Hold on, that's a lot of damage. 2 HP? Oh my god. Barely alive from that. So because you've always got time, if someone's in control and trying to make a comeback, you're never going to see them make that last minute dash because they're trying to fight the clock. Because they don't care about the clock as long as they stay in control. So I feel like we might, even though you'll see some insane comebacks, it's not going to be done with the same like energy and adrenaline. So it's important to note, like, is there going to be a change in energy in the games? There's going to be much bigger comebacks, but maybe the overall feel will change. It's just worth thinking about a little bit. Do you want the energy, or do you want bigger chance of crazy comebacks with different energy? I think part of the Red Spark is that's true. Being able to be methodical is like a good thing. I think particularly for a player, you want to minimize the risks that you have to take, because sometimes you just got to get a little bit lucky in a comeback to make it happen. But that's also, I think, what's given some of the excitement previously in Quakes. Now, can you generate the same level of excitement from methodical play? Because I think we're all going to look at it, unless you're a competitive player, we're mostly going to look at it from entertainment value. I think from a game value, from a playing value, then Golden Frag probably feels really good. And that you feel a lot more certain that it's in your power to make a comeback happen. It's not, you know, external factors that are changing that. But from an entertainment point of view, maybe we're going to look at it differently. And the tense last second chases, man. Dude, they're hype. They are still hype. Oh, little midi. Almost managed to get a follow-up. Both of them were so low. 5 HP there for k1llsen. There's a 50. Oh my god! He managed to find him! Must have been just before he got that picked up. Got rails. 2. Almost a third in a row. k1llsen hitting some crazy shit, actually. No plus back to run out. Well, there's still going to be plus back. There's no way you can avoid plus back. There's going to be plus back as someone out of the lead, is the thing. It's going to actually probably add a different dynamic of plus back. Because suddenly the person who's 5 frags behind but is trying to not die to Golden Frag, they're going to be super defensive. But it's not going to be in the same way. It's not like you're doing it to kill time. You're doing it to hope that you'll find an item to pick up or something, or force your opponent into a mistake that you can punish. Just in some way to extend your lifeline and your chances. Again, a very different dynamic. Fight here over at the yellow armor. Oh, more good rails. Ooh, k1llsen gets a little bit stuck on the floor there. There is red. He's going to drop in it. He's just not going to be able to pick it up. Oh, he hits the clutch rail though. 5 to 8. Minute and a half left on the clock. He is going to jump for the 50 health bubble. Did he hit that? Oh, he missed that, that's for sure. He's missing a few shots now. Red might be up in a second. We've got ourselves one more. k1llsen's making a steady comeback. It's been a 12-minute total timer. Minute and 20 left on the frag differential clock. Yeah, what effort DB is saying. Imagine someone losing 113 plus back for 10 minutes successfully and the game doesn't end. Like that, yeah, it's kind of... I think we get some super cool games from this, and it's really interesting and new and exciting. But I'm trying to imagine, like, DreamHack Finals, QuakeCon Finals. Say QuakeCon. Wait, so be careful of the language you say. Don't tell James I said that. Definitely not QuakeCon Finals. Just to clear that up. Fired.
1 minute remaining.
One rail left, one rocket left too. k1llsen forces Firebot over towards the red armor area. Firebot's got a nice stack, so 10 seconds to go. Firebot looking to finish the job soon. No more rockets left. Only shaft. Golden frag is up. Has he been able to preserve enough time? He's got himself the mega health. Whoa there.
30 seconds
Rockets.
remaining.
There's rail slugs down below too. And a little bit more armor too. So actually k1llsen looking in much, much better shape now that he's got the ammunition that he wanted. He's got the stack that he wanted. Again, another great shot. I like what Firebot's doing with his dodges. k1llsen does successfully get himself onto a heavy though, and he's got a rotation, an idea of the rotation needed for the mega. Oh, he gets bounced away. There's a route behind. If he can keep hitting these rails, then Firebot will be forced out. Firebot might force himself out anyway. Has Firebot killed enough time to get himself onto the red though? I don't think he has. He hasn't got enough health. And k1llsen sees the green and realizes, it's all gone great. I think k1llsen's timing by feel, actually. At least the red is. He misses a couple of follow-up shots there. Shaft change! Oh, the rail comes out! k1llsen can't make it happen. Firebot closes out map 1. He had such a great, strong start to the map. I honestly could have seen k1llsen making that comeback to the end, but he hung around in that fight for a long, long time and thought that that was the way to make it happen. So, there's map 1.
Frontier.
k1llsen up. Sorry, Firebot up. Phase called out on your crosshair. I actually like the crosshair.
3, 2,
I don't know what I think about it
fight.
for spectating, but it's what it is to me. You can see the enemies in the gap though if someone's railing at a distance. Get your blaster out, boy. Firebot bringing back a little bit of peace and calm. And he's probably going to head over towards the Mega Health soon, I'd imagine. Oh, never mind. He really strongly felt that k1llsen was over at the red. Well, he gets a little swap on it. So everything's fine, really. We're 0-0, though. Firebot is from Lithuania, Draga Olive. But he lives in the UK. Oh my god, man. Just hit a string of crazy shots. Even though he was put in the slow ball, he still comes out with a very nice advantage, and his control is pretty immaculate. He's got no shaft ammunition, which is a little bit troubling. But you still got the ability to do some damage from a long distance. Oh my god, 150 damage right there. Finds him on the exit. k1llsen. It was almost like a sort of panic button play. I think that was actually, what was the rocket frag? I think that was the last rocket that Firebot had. You can't deny that. Yeah, Firebot has been to some other lands. I'm pretty sure I've seen him at a couple of international lands. I remember something like DreamHack Winters or Summers back in 2012 or so. Firebot, he's getting along with another very, very tasty start to this map, to a map. Blue armor was picked up, but a pretty simple one for Firebot in the end. This time he can pick up the yellow. Needs more shaft. Just being patient is like, he's going to cross here. He hasn't even seen me yet. Just get it done. That's exactly where k1llsen is. Surprises him up the bounce pad. And there's going to be another. Has Mega Health been taken recently, or am I going insane? Warning now. Firebot just gets stuck in completely. No fear at all. I mean, Firebot's been honestly been looking really, really good. No fluke or anything in map 1. I know a lot of people are going to be far more familiar with the name k1llsen, but he's just looking seriously good. Little slow field put down. Just trying to use the hammer on someone, but k1llsen's missing the shots. It's 9-0, guys. 9-0, guys. 3.5 minutes in. Honestly, like, even comparing back to times I watched him playing Quake live, where I think the competitive scene was active for a long time, he looks better than I remember him being then. And Diabotical is, what, 3 weeks old in closed beta. A lot older in alpha, but still. There haven't been any competitions in alpha. 10-0. Did k1llsen put that down? I think that's one thing the spec HUD needs to change, is just being able to see the Wii balls a bit better. I can't take credit for the HUD, guys. It is FaZe's work. And many thanks to FaZe for creating something. He said I think he felt sorry for the HUD that I was using last week, so he put something proper together. Firebot does take a lot of damage, but he's got items to fall back on. So just to keep it fairly chill. I've been absolutely dominating so far. Holy shit, man. Just more and more and more damage. Like, how do you make k1llsen look mediocre? Like, that's wild. Maybe trying to bait. Maybe he's got timings in his mind, and this is something closer to what he wants in terms of rotating around the map. k1llsen really wants that red, but look at the damage that he's taken. And there's a closer. 2 minutes left. 12-0, guys. I'm honestly really impressed. Now let's put you know 2 and 2 together. Firebot seems a lot better at Diabotical than k1llsen, right? Normal. But these guys have known each other for well over a decade. And have played competitively before multiple times. Definitely online, maybe not so much on LAN. And one thing you have if you're someone like Firebot, or another player who's recognizes their history, you also know how good k1llsen has been historically. And it's difficult to close out games versus someone, even if you are on paper better than them. When you move to a different game, it's still like, shit, I'm gonna, you know, beat k1llsen or something like that. So the fact he's been able to play for close to 7 minutes of control, has 13 frag advantage, and is on match point in the series, to me is really, really impressive. $14-0, guys. Yeah, if k1llsen kills Firebot, then timer will go up by 20 seconds, and we'll do now. So, gets the push down, and now there's golden frag just after red was taken. There's not much in the way of health, and that's it. GG. GG. It's over. It is over, guys. Firebot is gonna go over to the winner bracket final. k1llsen like let him frag him right at the end. He was done with the game at that point. He's like, holy shit, have I got to make a 15 frag comeback? It's just like, you look at it, you know the through the mechanics of the game, you can do it. But then you look at the sort of personal challenges for getting it done, and you're like, just no. Just no. I want to feel good on my weekend. I don't want to put myself through that much stress. It's insane.